what's so great about having written a first book is that when I was embarking on my second, I understood like that I could write a book.
Right.
Whereas the first time there was a lot of uncertainty about my capacity to be able to fill 300 something pages with my life experience. And this time I knew that I could do that. And I also knew there was like no longer this, it was like a lifted burden of having to give people language to understand my different points of my intersections of identities.
Right.
And so there was a freeing with writing Surpassing Certainty that really wasn't there with Redefining Realness. And so it's been really fun to be able to share this book with people. It only came out yesterday, so I'm still waiting to hear feedback, which I can't wait to hear from, you know, as someone who, you have these people who love you online, who followed you for years, who want to see you shine, and I can't wait to hear from those people after they've engaged with this current text.
One of the things that you talked about, or you just kind of touched on, was like this need to educate people. And I read, or I heard that you had said that you felt like your first book was the one that you knew you had to write for cis people, versus, you know, now actually getting to really talk about your life experience in a way that is really just more about your own personal story and your own journey. Why do you think that educational part still feels so necessary? You know, and as a cis person, do you think that there will be a time where we don't feel like we always need that education, or like stories don't have to cater to us in that sort of way?
I think ultimately the work that we both engage in, you do this work too with Decoded, right? Like you're telling people, you're giving people language, you're giving people context so that they can understand these slices of racial identity and feminism, right? And so similarly with the work that I do, I'm doing that as well, but in the book form, I feel like with Redefining Realness, my first book, I gave people all that language. I did all that work already. And so for me to go back and try to repeat myself in the next text and give those same glossary of
they have homework that they can do.
Exactly. And then, you know, people read with phone, you know, their phone is right next to them. They can pick up that phone and look up a term if they need it. Just ask Siri, she'll tell you.